Welcome to Medicine Buddha. So good to see you all. Um, yeah, my name's Renee. My pronouns are he, him. I'm in Wichin, also known as Oakland, on the land of the Confederated Tribes of Lijon, the Loni people. And yeah, I am a part of this community. I'm also a core teacher at the East Bay Meditation Center. And yeah, it's always fun to get to practice with you all from this from this seat. I always feel like coming in to be a practice leader like really energizes my practice. That's why I do it. Selfish reasons. Yeah. So here we are, Medicine Buddha. Let me look at um what's happening here. Yeah, so I just want to invite people to introduce yourselves in the chat. um, Share name, pronoun, if you feel like it, share the land that you're on, and greetings to each other in the community. I feel like Lama Rod might be back next week. Is that right, Karen? Yeah, okay. So Lama Rod's back next week. And so yeah, so much gratitude to everyone who's been holding space while he's been away.
I think he might, I thought he said 2 weeks last
But
week.
he was also gone, wasn't he also gone last? Wait, I don't remember.
No, he was here
I will
last.
inquire.
We,
Okay.
I think he said last week that he'd be gone 2 weeks because he's traveling for the book
Mm.
tour. So I think Eric is actually going to lead us next week. It's
Oh
great to have
yeah.
Eric back.
Eric. Yes. Beautiful.
We missed you.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so happy Pisces new moon. Who's feeling it? Extra feels. We've got some chaotic Uranus energy in there too. So woof, it's a lot. It's a lot. Um, so yeah, all the more reason to do our medicine Buddha practice. And I am curious, I feel like I've shared a few times when I've been here in the past about my own practice um and it continues, and also it's like it stops and it starts. Sometimes I'm doing it every day, sometimes I'm not doing it for except when I'm here. Sometimes I'm listening to one of these recordings every day, sometimes I'm not. I feel like I want to also lift up in the chat that Ramadan has started. um Thanks for bringing that in, Mark. um yes. Yeah, so I would say like one thing that's been interesting in the past 6 months for me with my own practice is I've been connecting to water and doing my practice, my chanting outside near water, and really feeling the prayers, the wishes, for all beings to be healed, to be traveling via the water. And sometimes I practice it when I'm swimming in the bay here, and I imagine like my prayers going around the oceans and all the oceans of the world, and in particular making their way to Gaza and the people there, mm, all the healing, care, nourishment that's needed there. But yeah, today I feel really curious about what your all's practice is with Medicine Buddha. And I feel like you get little tasters sometimes when folks ask questions of Lama Rod. But tonight I actually just want to ask you all, like, what's your Medicine Buddha practice like, right? Like, what's showing up in your practice? I'm just going to mute and wait for someone to come in. You can just mute, or you could put something in the chat and I'll read it. Or if you're having trouble unmuting, raise your digital hand and we'll figure it out. Yeah, so who wants to share a little bit about your medicine Buddha practice? We're really doing community-led medicine Buddha tonight. That means you. Right?
Hi,
And
my name
go.
is my name is VJ or Vici. I'm just struggling with meditation and just sitting still. And at times I do try to focus on the breath and the prayer, but my mind is just my heart is sad and my mind is distracted. But I do better when it's a group because then I'm not so focused on what's going on in my head right now.
Yeah.
And the emails and everything seems to trigger it so quickly.
Mhm. Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and I was seeing a lot of resonance, and I wonder if just folks want to like do an emoji or something just to let you know that you're not alone in this experience. Yeah, seeing hearts really resonates for me. Stillness is like right now I'm like sitting on a ball moving because stillness is not ever easy, and right now it's so hard. Yeah, so I really resonate with that. Um, I'm gonna invite, and maybe it's Eli. Tell me how to pronounce your name.
Eli. Hi.
Eli.
Yeah, so I've been sort of popping around Bhumishvarsa for a couple of years. I did the Lama Rod's Love and Rage course, I think now I can't remember if it was 2021 or 2022, but I've at times come in and out of this circle and in and out of some of the other smaller practice circles. And I'm a person that deals with chronic illness and disability. And I have a lot of people in my life in the disability community. And right away, both the three sort of sets of chants became part of I actually like ended up integrating it into my daily practice, and also like learning by heart the Shanti Deva prayer became a really important thing for me. It was the first prayer that I've learned like by memory since I was like a child, like in Catholic school. And it became really important to me. And I have like a whiteboard in my room that has like the seven homecomings, the Shanti prayer, like on it. But for me, and I think I don't remember where in what setting Lama Rod sort of talked about this, but for me, the medicine Buddha and chanting the medicine Buddha like every day has been a reminder to kind of get out of my own head and remind me that there are these like frequencies that are eternal, like timeless, that I can access, whether or not you subscribe to Medicine Buddha as like a deity, but more from the sense of that it's almost like a frequency that you can be and plug into. And that when we intone, particularly intone, and like as someone who spent a lot of years doing breath work, but is also like traditionally a singer, over the last couple of years, I've been like, oh, actually singing and intoning is how I'm going to do my breath work. It's not going to be like me counting. It's going to be realizing that song and movement were like the original ways that we somatically told our nervous systems that we were okay. Right. So, like, what does it mean to every day, in the morning and the evening, like, go into meditative practice? And what I've really been trying to do, if I realize that I'm doing it by rote, which I know we all can do, right? If I'm just like chanting Medicine Buddha, or I'm just like doing the Shanti Deva and I'm like, I'm like, no, And then I try to ask myself to name for myself what the different parts of the chants are. Who am I calling in? Who am I welcoming? Who am I saying, I'm inviting this energy to be where I am? I'm trying to tune myself in like a car radio. I am a car radio tuning into Medicine Buddha. And this has always been available to me. And these are the tones and the chants that millions of bodies have used to align us with this frequency. And so not only do I do it, but if I really know that I'm just kind of like on automatic pilot, I really try to remember to be like, not only am I going to do this, but I'm going to remind myself what the different parts of it are, right? So both the calling in, the middle section, and then also sort of working with Durga, which I don't know if everybody is still doing, but that's what we were doing for a long time, was sort of closing with Durga. And so really being like, what am I asking for help with? And I think the person who spoke before, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, but I'm also doing an enormous amount of like organizing and super burnt out as like an organizer in New York City, working on stuff for Gaza. And like bringing these energies in and feeling like I'm not relying, it's not like I'm asking myself to do it. I'm reminding myself of like a larger system that I can plug into, that I am part of, and that is beyond the capacities of my body, right? And so asking that to come in and be with me and hold that space for me. And it's a struggle of faith, right? Because I think like faith can be really difficult, and I'm not waiting for someone in the sky to like help me, but it's sort of this memory that like if I'm just reactionary, if I'm just living my daily life, I probably am tuning into all the frequencies that are around me, and maybe my radio isn't tuned to that signal because my radio is so impeded upon by the signal to noise ratio of capitalism. And so I'm saying I have my finger on this fucking dial, and I have the capacity to plug in to this frequency. So I'm sorry for talking so long, but I just wanted to share. And it's really been a really beautiful practice for me. So, and I'm glad, and I don't get here as much as I'd like, but I'm happy to be here tonight. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was the talk, everybody, that we all needed. So much resonance for me. And I was seeing so much resonance here in the room. Oh my gosh. Tuning in. I'm going to be remembering that one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to bring in a few things from the chat. From Villavon, struggling with formal practice and surgery, been mostly practicing with Sangha. Yes. And there's so much resonance in the chat. We are the spirit in the sky. Yes. And the same here, burnt out from pro-Palestinian activism in Berlin, trying to recharge with Medicine Buddha. Yes. And preach, Eli, preach. Lots of emojis, fire, hearts, resonance with, my mind is restless and my heart is sad. I think that was the last person who spoke. And then also, I feel that prayer by Shantideva really grounds my politics. Yes, and resonance for that. Woo! Ah, so good. Yeah, is anyone else feeling called to share? I just feel like I so love hearing from you all. I mean, I love hearing from Lama Rod too. This is when he's not here. It's like, ooh, I want to hear from all of you. Yeah, maybe one more person.
I love what everybody said. I'm Karen, she, her, but I want to add this one thing, which is Lama Rod suggested soon after he said to use like a mala and just repeat the mantra over and over. he suggested the idea of envisioning the mantra in a circle like it is in Tibetan in our hearts, and that the mantra rotates clockwise. And that like supercharges the practice for me. I can notice a difference in the energy when I add that.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Karen. Um, yeah, I also wanted to like do a plug for Durga. I want more Durga. I know we're not allowed to do Durga without Lama Rod, but if anyone's has a word with him, more Durga. Um, Wait, I'm just gonna leave another little bit of silence in case anyone wants to jump in. And then we'll move into um some practice. Oh, what? Who is Durga? What is Durga? Um, I understand Durga to be fierce, like the fierce protective mother, like the mama bear of the pantheon. Like she will just like love you up so fiercely, and if anyone is coming for you, she will mess them up. So that's that's my take on Durga. I don't know. Anyone else want to say who is Durga? She rides a tiger. Yeah, she has a lot of weapons. And I feel like she also loves like all animal prints like, in her wardrobe.
Renee, mentioning the animal prints, my sisters and I laugh because I'm 65 now and I have like every animal print in my wardrobe. And for some reason, and we always, so does my sister who's turning 65 this month. And we joke about why do old women love animal prints? And I think it's that connection to the power and the wildness. So I just wanted to share that.
Yeah, and maybe embodying some Durga energy. Yeah.
Oh, I don't resemble that at all.
Sharon's like, don't indoctrinate me.
Uh, Actually, I was being sarcastic because there's so me.
I feel it. I see it, Sharon. Yes, yes, yes. All right. And so the prayer documented in the chat. Now is a good time to go put your prayers in before we start practicing. So please get your prayers in the document, and then the Medicine Buddha document is in the chat as well. The mantra. I'm going to share also from the chat. I too tune in and ground with Medicine Buddha and often chant on my walks and can bring it into my college choreography and yoga classes as well as the crazy politics around community colleges and university staff and faculty. Yeah. Yes. Thank you for sharing. All right. Well, let's shift into some practice. We'll start with the invoking mantra, the first mantra. But before we start with the chanting, I just want to invite in the elements to support our practice. By just taking a moment, yeah, just to feel your body, feel just that there is a body here. If it feels supportive, feel into your sensations in some way, maybe in whatever way feels easiest. Sometimes it feels easy for me just to feel my feet And I'm gonna invite in each of the elements to support us in our practice today. So inviting first in the support of the earth, feeling the earth beneath you, can also feel the earth sort of tugging on us with the force of gravity, feeling the earth pull us to her, hold us close. I'm going to invite in the support of water, feeling just the moisture under my own eyelids, feeling water nearby, feeling the water in this earth that's been so well rained on here where I am, the water that's just soaked into the ground, feeling the blood in my own veins, just feeling supported, held, nourished by the element of water. Invite in air, maybe inviting the next breath, feeling air coming into our body through our nose or mouth, feeling the coolness, maybe the nourishment of the air being absorbed into our body. And also the exhale, the release of air and feeling ourselves in relationship with all the plant beings, tree beings that are breathing around us in this endlessly nourishing cycle of inhale and exhale. Inviting air to support our practice. Inviting fire to support our practice. Feeling warmth, sunlight here on the West Coast. Maybe there's some source of warmth in your space. Maybe it's feeling the warmth of your own body and feeling the life force within us, this inner fire connects us to the sun, connects us to the fiery core of this earth. Inviting, asking for fire to support our practice today. And finally, inviting space. Inviting the element of space in which all of it is held, our bodies, all of the elements, the earth, the cosmos. Feeling the endless generosity of space holding us, holding everything. And inviting, asking for space to support our practice today. And just taking a final moment to feel all of these elements. All of these elements taking care of us, supporting us, and supporting our practice. And I'm going to invite this first invoking mantra, calling on Medicine Buddha to come see us, know us, look upon us today. So we'll start with an Om and then do the mantra 3 times and end with an Om. And so this mantra, Medicine Buddha, I pray that you know and look upon me now. And we can also put in what we need right now. Heal me, care for me, listen to me. All of that can be in this opening mantra. So start us off with an Om. Om Mela Sangye Kino Soha. Om Mela Sangye Kino Soha. Om Mela Sangye Kino Soha. I invite you to feel into the presence of Medicine Buddha. And just knowing that can be so many different ways for us. It can be visualizing Medicine Buddha, blue skin, robes, holding a bowl with medicines and plants in lotus position. Or it may be that Medicine Buddha comes to you in a different form, or just having a felt sense of the presence of the healer, the Medicine Buddha. Or it may be just like Lama Rod says, feeling that something is happening. I think that's maybe the most often how it shows up for me. I'm just feeling that something is happening. And we're going to continue into our second mantra, Teata Om Bekense, Maha Bekense, Radza Samugate Soha. That's also in the chat, and the translation is like this. I pray for the end of pain and suffering and the root of pain and suffering, and I release the energy of this prayer out to all the worlds, that we all may be liberated. So moving into our main mantra. O te ata bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sungate soa. Te ata bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sungate soha. Te ata bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sungate soa. 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 Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Teata Ombe Kinze Be Kinze Mahabe Kinze Razasum Gate Soa. Moving into our prayer request. Again, taking a moment to feel the presence of Medicine Buddha here in the space with us. And just calling on all of the deities, energies, allies, protectors, guardians, benefactors, and all the elements. They're all these energies that we are asking for support from, invoking them and calling them into the space. I'm going to read the prayer requests. May soul heal soon and be free. Prayers for Carla and Francesca. May they have clarity moving forward. May they remain aligned with their highest values in these turbulent times. May they be blessed with ease and abundance. Prayers for Nigeria. May the missing children be protected. May they find their way home unharmed. May their kidnappers be held accountable. May the families of those abducted receive our prayers for justice, love, and healing. May their fears be abated. May all children be spared the choice between education and their life. Prayers for the newborn babies in Palestine who are drawing their first breath in this apocalypse. may they feel loved. May they know the privilege of a healthy, safe childhood. And may their parents and families be resourced and empowered to give them the best care possible. Prayers for expecting, laboring, and postpartum people in Palestine. May they feel my Nona Palmina and grandmother Mabel's fierce protection. May they receive our loving prayers. May they know that we are in awe of their resilience. May they have dignity and receive the best care these circumstances allow. May all remember that no human being is illegal. May all remember that everyone deserves to be free and that no one is truly free until we are all free. May we expand the limits of our imaginations and realize a world that doesn't require the subjugation of the many for the benefit of the few. Prayers for all women and girls, femme-presenting adults and children. May all beings with feminine presentation, mannerisms, or traits considered unmanly or perceived as weak be protected from patriarchal violence. May those who are strong enough to be vulnerable and brave enough to live as their authentic selves know peace, ease, and abundance. Prayers for Tara. May they be acquitted of crimes they did not commit. Prayers for L and A. May they both feel cared for. Prayers for my children. May they feel loved and protected. Prayers that my anxiety and physical symptoms ease. Prayers for my father and family. May they be healthy and loved. And prayers that I navigate a new relationship with care. Prayers for healthcare workers and rescue workers and healers everywhere, and in particular in Palestine. Prayers for the Palestinian diaspora and displaced. Prayers for my neighbor Chucky that he may recover well from his operations. Prayers for all those who are suffering from the suffocating fear of those in power and from their own fear. May we all find ease, rest, grace, a sense of heldness and liberation. Prayer for R and his family to make some shifts for mental and spiritual health and for his brain and body to find rest. Prayers for my writing, that I may write courageously and that my creativity helps others to find love, liberation, and connection. Prayers that I can accept my mother's intense energy and create appropriate boundaries. Prayers that I can feel a little more ease and less physical pain. Prayers for F, who is having a challenging recovery from surgery. Prayers for M, who is going through mental health and trauma healing, and for A, who is supporting them. Prayers for the people of Palestine, Congo, Sudan, and Yemen. Prayers for the gender expansive, trans, and non-binary folks. Prayers for Majanaku, that he may find peace and that his family may find togetherness and harmony in ways that support each other. Prayers for my kiddo to find ease, joy, and safety at school, to release fixation on mean things kids have said, and find comfort in friends and learning. Prayers for healing in my ancestral lines, for relief from the heaviness, and for finding white-bodied Sangha to help hold the work and grief of decolonization together. Prayers for my friend Richard in his upcoming wrongful conviction hearing. May he find freedom and justice. Prayers that I can be present even in the face of fear. Prayers for Janie, experiencing a lot of pain post-surgery, lives alone and may be having difficulty managing her own meds. Prayers for Ramona as she deals with illness and a recent hospital discharge. Prayers for Karen as she sits with her mom in the Bardo space. Prayers for myself and all of us who are feeling oppressed, stretched, ungrounded, or any other less than easeful experience. Prayers for dear Steve, 31 years old, that he come through his hip replacement this Thursday and that his recovery is smooth, that his mental health remains stable, and that he does not get pulled back into substance misuse. May he be healthy and safe. connected, but he feels his belonging. May he feel loved. Prayers of gratitude for Lama Rod and his teachings and protection as he traveled. Prayers for me and my seemingly endless sleep challenges for my 35 years of insomnia. Currently, it's in a terrible phase. Please help me restore, unwind, rest, let go, feel safe, feel clear and easeful so that I can heal. Prayers for my mother and all suffering from traumatic brain injuries and long COVID symptoms that affect them neurologically. Prayers for my sister's stress and anxiety and ease for all that suffer similar symptoms. Prayers for the family and friends of Dee, who was found missing a few days ago. And prayers for Em and her family, whose aunts passed away recently. Prayers for myself and all those also suffering from chronic illness and pain to have healing and ease. May all sentient beings be liberated from suffering. Prayers for myself and my struggles with grief and to all those who struggle during this time. Prayers for my broken heart and for the pain in the hearts of all my friends and everyone. May we find the space to hold every hurt with tenderness. Prayers for James Howard Abbs as he transitions through the bardo and finds a release from suffering. Prayers for Hillary Melinder as she meets with her doctors to determine the health status of her heart. And holding all of these prayers in our hearts as we continue the main mantra. O te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata bekinze, bekinze, maha bekinze, radza sum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Te ata umbe kinze be kinze mahabe kinze razasum gate soa. Just inviting again this feeling that something is happening. Something is happening. And moving to our closing with Shantideva's prayer. I'm gonna recite it 3 times. You do what you want. um, you can recite it. You can just let it wash over you. Yes. All right. So beginning the prayer. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach into the ends of space. May I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, may I always support the life of all the boundless creatures. And until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach unto the ends of space. And last time, may I be a protector to those without protection, a leader for those who journey, and a boat, a bridge, a passage for those desiring the further shore. May the pain of every living creature be completely cleared away. May I be the doctor and the medicine, and may I be the nurse for all sick beings in the world until everyone is healed. Just like space and the great elements such as earth, May I always support the life of all the boundless creatures, and until they pass away from pain, may I also be the source of life for all the realms of varied beings that reach into the ends of space. So good practicing with you all. I'm really feeling the collective energy and power of our prayers today. Ah, yeah. Thank you, Karen and Eric, for all your support. Um, just lifting up in the chat here the invitation to practice generosity by supporting Lama Rod and directly via his website, and supporting Bumasparsha directly through the link that's in the chat. And just, your support is so needed and so appreciated. And I want to say, like, this practice of generosity is such a beautiful practice. Feeling the way that receiving these practices, for me, there's just this arising of gratitude. And then there's this arising of wishing to be generous the best I can, and that generosity has to come from abundance and has to be caring towards ourselves. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful practice and offering. So I just invite you into this. And Bumas Barsha, like, I don't know what's on, honestly, but
Yeah, let me get you. Let's clarify.
I
So,
think,
amen.
yeah. So
Amen.
Eric, what's
First, to that Donna talk.
needed?
First. And so, just so you know, Bhumi Sparsha's fiscal sponsor is going through a dissolution process. So all the best and most brilliant minds at Bhumi are looking into other fiscal hosting opportunities. But part of what this means, and like, I don't know, I'm not a part of the process. I'm just relaying what the angels and archangels have told me. They're looking out. And, it's just going to move at the speed of relationship and love and reality. So, and then, it'll bake. But practically, what that means is that the last day to donate to Bhumi Sparsha as a tax-deductible donation is by March 15th. So just a couple days away. And don't worry, Bhumi Sparsha, like, all of the tech costs are covered already through 2024. So we're just going to keep on rolling. And there's lots of spaciousness. And in case anyone had any flutteries about that, I honor them. I like their blessings. Your awareness is a blessing, and just wanted to offer that in case it's helpful. That's my limited little slice of the pie. And thank you, Renee, for generosity. And I'll drop this again. As always, please check out Lama Rod. Oh, the donation link isn't in there, but go to his website and donate.
Yes. The besides the Medicine Buddha channel, the Lama Rod channel is one I'm tuning into almost every day. So one way or another. So much goodness. All right.